Welcome to the line change. In this video, we're going to be talking about a Canucks hot take. Now, let me just be clear. This is not my own hot take. I want to make that very clear. I didn't come up with this, but I certainly wanted to do a video on it and discuss it, talk about it. So, for those of you that are regular listeners of Sekeres Price, you probably know what I'm about to talk about here. Um, Earlier today on Sekeres Price, Blake Price had quite a hot take when it comes to the Canucks and Quinn Hughes in particular. And he talks about a potential trade. If, the Canucks are unable, or rather, if it's made apparent by Quinn Hughes, we don't know if it has been or not, that he has no desire to extend. The Canucks are obviously going to have to look at trading Quinn Hughes. So Blake came up with a hot take on a blockbuster trade involving Quinn Hughes. And it's not to the New Jersey Devils, believe it or not. This hot take is a trade involving the Vancouver Canucks and the Chicago Blackhawks. So it would involve trading Quinn Hughes to the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for Connor Bedard. We have obviously talked about Bedard and bringing him back home to Vancouver on this podcast. And I've gotten the heat for it too. But this trade doesn't just involve Connor Bedard. This trade also involves their Chicago's defense prodigy prospect, Levshinov. So essentially, this hot take trade, blockbuster trade, is Quinn Hughes for Connor Bedard and Levshinov. And wow, let me just say, what a hot take from Blake Price. So bravo, sir. Having watched Sekeres Price earlier and heard that hot take, it actually kind of got me thinking a little bit. And I think I am smelling what Blake Price is selling for this trade. Now, obviously, ideally, you don't want to trade Quinn Hughes. Jim Rutherford mentioned on Monday it would be pretty stupid, or it would be detrimental, I should say, not stupid, for the Canucks to lose a player the caliber of Quinn Hughes. And it would damage this franchise if they lost Quinn Hughes. But it would be even worse if they lost him to free agency and didn't get anything in return. We're kind of seeing that right now with Blockbuster. Potentially, same thing with Pius Suter. But yeah, this Blockbuster trade, hot take from Blake Price, trading Quinn Hughes to Chicago for Connor Bedard and Levshinov. As much as I love Quinn Hughes, I would not hate this trade idea. I would not hate it. I mean, one, you're bringing Connor Bedard back home. You're bringing him to Vancouver. You're also bringing in a very young and talented defensive prospect in Levshinov, who is a high draft pick. So he would, I guess, essentially replace Quinn Hughes, although that's even hard to even imagine. Somebody replacing Quinn Hughes. Like, you don't just replace a player the caliber of Quinn Hughes. You just don't. But perhaps it could be a possibility, and I believe when Blake was doing this hot take, he mentioned doing it this summer. So within the next few months, trading Quinn Hughes. I don't think that's going to happen. That would be lunacy if they Canucks management thought of or even pondered the idea of trading Quinn Hughes this summer, I believe they would Canucks fans would break out the pitchforks for sure if they even thought of doing that this summer. But at the end of the day, I kind of like this hot take from Blake Price. Trading Quinn Hughes to acquire Connor Bedard and Artem Levshinov. I think Quinn Hughes is your bargaining chip, and he mentioned that it's a fair trade. Yes, it's 2-for-1, but when you got a guy the caliber of Quinn Hughes, you could probably practically almost get anything for Quinn Hughes. And I think that's what Blake Price is trying to get at with this hot take. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think or what other Canucks fans think, having now heard this hot take and this trade, blockbuster trade proposal. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, do you guys think that Blake might be out of his mind, or that the Canucks would even consider doing this? What do you guys think from the opposing perspective of the Chicago Blackhawks? Would they be willing to trade essentially their top two players on their team in Bedard and Levshinov? Bedard is obviously earning them a lot of money in merchandise. You see a lot of Connor Bedard Blackhawks jerseys. Believe it or not, I've seen quite a few here in Vancouver, like people selling them, which is a little crazy to me. But Levshinov is obviously, this is only his first season. He's still developing, but he's got a bright future, as does Connor. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a short video. I just wanted to quickly do a video on this and talk about it and have us discuss it a little bit. Please excuse the Blue Jays jersey. I just felt like wearing it today, which is probably a bit of a bad take, as Canucks, or rather the Blue Jays, are in a 5-game losing streak and have not been playing all that well. But this is a Canucks podcast, not a Blue Jays podcast. But that being said, for those of you that do not know, I am trying to start up a Blue Jays podcast for mainly just for the off season, and when there's not much content for this channel, I was going to do that one. I haven't launched it yet, but if you are an avid listener of this podcast and enjoy my takes on this podcast, I have a feeling you're going to enjoy my takes on the Blue Jays. So go ahead and you can subscribe or follow that podcast. It's Inside Jays. We have it on YouTube. Once again, I haven't fully launched it. I'm still working some things out for that, but I will let you guys know for sure when that podcast officially launches. So a little peek there at that. But yeah, so once again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, what you guys think of Blake Price's hot take for a blockbuster trade involving Quinn Hughes, sending him over to the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for Connor Bedard and Artem Levshinov. He also mentioned, if that trade were to become a reality and Quinn Hughes does in fact go to Chicago, Quinn Hughes could easily persuade his brothers to come to Chicago. So, which would obviously appease Chicago Blackhawk fans, especially. I think it would most certainly soften the blow of losing Bedard and Levshinov. But it's just a hot take, a pretty bold one, to say the least. But once again, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this hot take from Blake Price. Once again, this is not my hot take. This is a hot take from him, something that he was obviously thinking about and revealed on Sekeres Price earlier today. As always, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the Line Change and would like to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks content, go ahead, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you are notified every single time we upload a new video. can find us on social media, on Twitter/X at LineChangeVan. You can find us on Instagram at The Line Change. You can also find us on Facebook by simply searching The Line Change to find our Facebook page. If you prefer a audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you do so, it would be nice if you could both rate and review on said platforms. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.